In Bloom is brought to you by Calgary Plants Online Garden Center. A full range of annuals, perennials, shrubs, and trees grown specifically to Calgary's climate are just a few clicks away.
Today on In Bloom, we're talking about choosing and caring for perennials. Perennials refer to the group of plants that come back year after year and can survive 3 years or more in your garden. Caring for your perennials is similar to any other plant you may have. It requires good exposure, proper fertilization, and healthy soil to help get established and grow into. Selecting perennials for the proper exposure is very important if you want success in your garden. Nothing will grow in the absolute darkness of shade, so you must have at least 2 hours of morning sun or afternoon sun, or at least some form of ambient lighting to have some success. Several plants that do well in the shade, such as hostas, bleeding heart, types of ferns, and primrose, to name a few. Gardening in the full sun can present its own set of challenges. The most important thing is to have an adequate watering program or to choose plants that are drought tolerant or drought resistant. There are several perennials that can handle less watering and can even thrive in a dry site. Some plants that thrive in a dry site would be sedums, yucca, and some types of grasses. There's a vast array of perennials that will do great in a full sun exposure. Some examples of full sun perennials would be things like hollyhock, echinacea, blanket flowers, daylilies, Asiatic and Oriental lilies, all offering a beautiful bloom that are going to add value and beauty to your landscape. Maintaining your perennials is similar to other plants in the landscape. Some will require deadheading to remove the spent blooms, and as they get larger and larger, you may wish to transplant or relocate them. You can dig the mound up and divide those roots so that you can spread the perennials with ease. Perennials that flower in the spring should be transplanted after they've had their blooms for the season, and perennials that flower in the summer or the fall can be done in early spring or once they're done in the late fall as well. Join us next week on In Bloom when we're talking about all you need to know about shrubs.
In Bloom has been brought to you by Calgary Plants Online Garden Center. A full range of annuals, perennials, shrubs, and trees grown specifically to Calgary's climate are just a few clicks away.